Shit, I'm on mute. I just realized this is the actual scene. I just realized that intro was actually much shorter than I thought it would be. So I'm happily watching it on YouTube, and I'm like, yeah, this is pretty cute, you know. Oh wow. Okay,
He's in
go.
love with your own work. Oh my God, I'm a master artist.
I got, see, let's just put it this way, right? Like, the theme gives you goosebumps no matter what, whether it is you've paid for it or whether it's cheap, low res, not copyright music that you spent hours searching and hopefully pray that you don't get a strike on. But it still hits. That's what I'd like to say. But yeah, I hope
Slaps.
everybody, welcome, League, to another episode of Binge-O-Clock. I'm going to quickly cut to the chase. Rohan is in London. I'm in Mumbai. We are in different universes, but we have finally found time to make it for this stream. So all you people of the league, welcome to another episode of Binge-O-Clock. Very important. You guys know the drill. Before we get into it, please like button dabao, smash the like button, and also spam the chat. Okay, as much as you spam the chat with your questions, your theories, your doubts, everything. I'll be reading it. We'll be reading it. Obviously, this is going to be a spoiler discussion because it's been quite long since Spiderverse came out. So we're gonna have fun. We're going to discuss a lot, and I'm very excited. Before I call our guest today, also, I'm very excited because this today's stream is not only a stream where we discuss Spider-Verse and everything, but it's also a stream where all the members of the oils come together and make their attendance known. So all the oils members, if you guys are here, please, I beg of you, right? If you are an oils member, please make your attendance known in the league, right? Just, yeah, everybody, just let us know that you're
Rubbing
part.
myself in the oils.
Yeah,
Rubbing
oils
myself in the
represent, dude.
oils.
Oils
Oils represent.
represent. Oils represent. For all the people who don't know what oils is, then clearly you've not watched it. We did
Stick
an
around. Stick
just stick
around.
around.
Stick
It will
around.
there will be a point of time. There has to
Stick
be a point of
around.
time. And yeah, those are all the announcements. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be discussing, boys and girls, we're going to be discussing across the Spider-Verse. So, from wherever you are, whichever universe you're sitting in, right? I want you guys to start clapping and give it up for a very close friend of ours and fellow geek. Give it up for Zerxes Wadia. Zerxes?
Hi guys, thank you for having
Hello,
me.
hello, hello, hello.
Welcome. Spider-Verse
Hello,
welcomes
hello,
you.
hello, sir. And I want to just say before we start, all of us here are geeks, all of us here are this thing, but no one has shown more dedication to watching Across the Spider-Verse than Zerxes Wadia, because I saw Zerxes Wadia we were at the same screening of Across the Spider-Verse. And this gentleman came braving like a broken foot
Oh, yeah,
and
yeah, this
everything with his
is.
walker. All right. Like, this bro looked like he had been shot like Uncle Ben, and he still walked in and he was like, I will watch this movie. So, Xerxes, did you enjoy the movie more than us because you were on like amazing painkillers?
Yeah, that was canon event. I had to go through it. It was a necessary sacrifice. There had to climb the IMAX stairs with a walker while it was brilliant. Oh my God, what a fucking movie. 2 times down already. I feel like I'm ready for a third one.
Same to same.
I it's one of those movies where I genuinely I don't have words for it, right? So I didn't come for the premiere. I had something that day, and again, this is what happens, right? Sometimes when if the movie is really good, right? Rohan and I know that if something's really good, suddenly there'll be a flurry of messages coming, ting 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 ting. So I got a flurry of messages saying, Sahil, Shah, you have no idea what the fuck you're gonna explode. There is one scene, and that's the one thing I want to ask you straight up. We're getting into it. Rohan, you said there is one scene that will make me lose my mind. Okay, what was the scene you were talking about? Because there were quite a few that made me lose my mind, but I'm trying to figure out what is that one
Okay, no.
very specific scene that
So
made
actually, I now, because it was so long ago, I no longer remember, but I think just in terms of like little things and little details, I thought it was definitely going to be I knew as a Pavitra Prabhakar stan, as like an OG Pavitra Prabhakar. I knew that the second I saw Mumbattan in the movie, all right, and the second I realized it was actually an extended sort of chunk and not just like one little cameo or whatever, and that like Pav like because agar Mumbai se has to be Pav,
Yeah.
because how can he not be? This is the fact that was there for me. I was like, I knew you were going to lose your shit. But for me, I think what that moment was very early in the movie. All right, when it's a small scene, it's not even a big scene. It's Miles comes into his room, okay, and Genki is playing Spider-Man.
Yeah.
He's playing PS Insomniac Spider-Man while talking to Miles in there, and I'm like, are you
Yeah.
kidding?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
are you kidding me right now? And just starting with that, and also just that for me was the first scene where I was just like, wow, wow, so much Spider-Verse. Like it was the little things, right? In this movie, it's not even the big things; it's the little things.
So, like, I was doing, like, the thing is, right, with this movie, when the movie first came out, the trailer came out, I keep talking about them, like, everyone keeps on doing these breakdowns, right? And there was all the multiple Spider-Man and all of that. And I was watching Reels recently. And apparently, they have got the rights for developing a new Dragon Ball Z series. So, apparently, when Miles is swinging in one of the universes. If you really zoom in, there is a small little Goku standing, and I'm like, huh?
I have seen that reel. I mean it's too pixelated, but it's someone in orange and blue. And I mean
I don't get it. I don't get it. It's who is there in this movie, please? Because I've seen it only once. Y'all have seen it twice, right? And I'm
yeah.
pretty sure that every viewing will keep adding more and more. I didn't notice this. I wish I had known this earlier. Or oh my god. Or like I feel literally that whole entire Spider City sequence from start to end requires intense pausing to find out who is who, what is what, where is everyone. Like, my god, I can't describe this movie, man. It is
So if
so
I
meta.
got sorry, what I was just googling was that if I've got it correct, it's 250 spider people, out of which 95 have unique names. So if you sort of pause and watch the movie, there are essentially 250 unique spider people slash object design because there was also Peter Parker, of
Listen,
course.
that
You know,
for
like
me,
Peter Parker, dude. I know that was for you. That was for
I
you
have
and only for you.
so I made the biggest mistake ever, that I went to see the movie 4 days after it came out in a theater that wasn't cheering. So I started cheering, then everyone else started cheering. But Peter parked car, I was probably the only guy in a packed theater who went, yes! Yes! Parked
Side
car!
diversion, very, very quick side diversion that I will try and finish in 60 seconds or less because you touched upon an important thing. This and Guardians of the Galaxy 3 to me just again cement the idea of certain movies that you need to watch with a first day, first show crowd.
Yeah.
Okay. Like there are certain movies, look, I get it that sometimes you can't make time, but I feel like certain people have forgotten that when you watch a movie is as important as like sort of where you watch it. All right. And I'm so glad that this was not this was like a premiere. Even the premiere that we went to was like, dude, it was in Malad at 3 in the afternoon. Okay. Now, if you have come to Malad at 3 in the afternoon to watch Spider-Man, then you know that like this is you want to be there. Okay. You want to, and it's on a weekday, not even like on a weekend. And the theater was just cheering and roaring. And same with Guardians. I saw it on the first day. And same, right? Just that experience of everybody participating in these little moments is just why for me for that the theatrical experience in this way. If you just like people talk about comic book fatigue, etc., all of that, but no, here are two movies that prove it is not comic book fatigue, it is franchise fatigue straight up. Just the fact that everything is set up, this franchise set up. This movie has 250 Spider-Man, and yet it is its own contained movie, right? It's not trying to set up or do anything else. And just what a great theatrical experience. Like, this is why I'm going to make sure that I do Oppenheimer and Barbie first day, like literally, because it is 100% about the when. Look, man, everybody who has ever been to Gatey Galaxy knows this, all right? The
Of
when
course.
is as important as the where. And this is my only this thing to you. Like, if there's a movie that you find great communion with your friends over, please try and make it a first day or a first weekend experience because you will run into so many people just like you and have the best time.
To which I will add the counter thesis is that if you follow this policy, then really stick to it. Don't be like me. I'm going for Indiana Jones tomorrow morning at 9:30, and I don't think there's gonna be anyone in the theater. It's
gonna
just
be
gonna
just
be
you.
me, like Wu-Tang.
Just you.
Woo-hoo-hoo.
Just you. Just you hooting.
I'll come.
It's just that I think the timings are off, but it's okay. But I agree. This is one of those movies where I kept on thinking, yaar, 1 minute, my headphones have disconnected. Hold on. Just okay. Sorry. Say something, guys. I had to just change my sound.
What's up, bro?
Got
How
it.
are you?
Got it. League, let us know if
Are
you can
you well?
hear. Let us know if you can hear us. Yeah. So
All is hearable.
I'm trying to say is that, like, for me, not only my like, one, yes, crowd, very important. Two, someone told me, hey, I want to watch Spider-Verse, and a lot of people over here, like, 1, 2 people are like, we've not seen it. I would say this is one of those movies where you cannot watch it on your phone. You can never watch it on your phone or
Not on
a
your phone.
screen
Not
or
on your
anything.
phone.
It has to be
This
the
needs a television at the very least.
at the
Like a
very
nice
least.
big 50-inch TV type experience at the very least. Or like, get like if you've got like your laptop or your computer, get as close to the screen as possible, which is terrible advice in any other this thing, but just like huddle up and get in there because every frame a painting, that YouTube channel, every frame a painting. This is every frame a painting. Like
Literal also.
literally.
Literally, like,
Every frame a painting, dude.
I am sitting looking at Gwen's universe. Okay, I am seeing those paint swirls just float in the background. I am seeing her hug her father, and the swirls changing
Pause that
from
entire
dark
scene, the
to
colors
white.
in that scene, my God. Just my God.
How can a background say a story? I mean, that is just mind blowing artwork. The fact that
Just
each
incredible.
universe had its own art style, the fact, oh my god, like, every chotu things, the chotu things. The Lego universe was made by a YouTuber.
Yeah.
Yeah. But while we're on it, this is also a good time to sort of be like, there has been a certain amount of information growing recently about the fact that the animators were put on serious crunch
Yeah.
by the studio, like really, really not good crunch to the point where they can not realistically have the next movie out in a year,
Yeah.
and that about think like 100 animators quit or something. Please feel free to fact check me on this. But that's something that I hope they really fix because if we're going to talk so much about the art and about the fact that every frame was a painting, etc., whatever. There's something little fuck all about knowing that there was essentially somebody like working 20-hour days with absolutely no time for rest or this thing or whatever. Just let people like pay people fair wages and let them have the time to make the movie, man. Like, don't do this, Hollywood. Don't be Hollywood.
I feel, but that's like the general thing for all movies, no? Like, right, every movie has an, like, Marvel. So they've kapse said animation team,
But it's
being
become
put
a
on.
thing,
It's
right?
become a thing.
It's
Yes, of
become a
course, it's
thing
become a
now. I
thing.
think we've reached an inflection point with the way, like, there was a point where VFX used to be this much in a movie. Then
Huh.
VFX became this much of a movie. Now VFX is this much of everything, right? Like today, like for example, even a David Fincher will not shoot a Mindhunter without needing a VFX team to go in and recreate some of the 70s elements that are not being done by props anymore, right? We've reached this inflection point where I think it's getting to where I think the stunt industry maybe was in Hollywood about 20, 30 years ago, where the stunts were all ramping up in sort of scale and this thing, but the safety wasn't keeping pace. I think you're seeing this across the software industry where gaming companies are complaining about this and these animators are complaining. I think crunch culture inflection point is sort of here in terms of getting work done.
I'm gonna put a wild one here. Talking about VFX, right? Have you guys seen The Flash?
The latest one?
Yeah.
No.
Oh shit.
Not yet, because it's running at one theater in a year is a very inconvenient time.
Okay.
But yeah.
I'm not gonna say anything, but the CGI in The Flash at points looks incomplete. And I saw the fan screening, and I thought that was the fan screening which didn't have the credits, which didn't have the post
I
credits.
saw that you put out a story, so you said like, yeah,
Yeah, but then I rechecked. Apparently, the final version is that.
that's hilarious.
I
The thing is that movie had like, so it's again, it comes under the entire expectation, like I would say the expectation reality type situation, right? Like with Flash, my expectations are so low that even when I do go watch it, I know okay, theek hai, I'm not going to be like wow blown away. And with Spider-Verse, mainly with Across the Spider-Verse, I decided to keep my expectations low, right? I'm like, Sahil, do not
Same.
do not build up hype. You know how good the first one will be. You know what's going to happen. Just do not build up hype. And I finally went to see it, and holy hell, dude. I still am at a loss of words, right? Like, because like Rohan knows this, like every stream that we do, I am always praising the technical team. I am always praising the people who have actually worked behind the camera, or people who have animated. I love animation. When I was in college, my dream was actually to become an animator, till I realized बहुत काम है, नहीं हो पाएगा. So I did.
You decided to become animated instead.
Yeah.
Just decided to become extremely animated instead. Of course, well done.
Yeah, but talking about expectations, Rohan, we had this conversation right as the movie ended and we were walking down. It was me, you, and Ashish. And the three of us were like, okay, Into the Spider-Verse, Across the Spider-Verse, where does it stand? And that's the exact conversation we had about what expectations we came in with. You came in with like high expectations. Ashish was like, this is better than Into the Spider-Verse. I'm like, I came in with no expectations because I was like, how the fuck are they gonna top the first one? But oh god, they did. Chai Chai was the best thing ever.
Sorry, shut up.
Chai-chai-titi.
Come on, man. It's like the most basic joke. It's like when you
Oh,
look
hang
at
on,
it.
for us. Hang on, for us.
Exactly.
For us. It's the most basic joke for us, alright? In the same way that, like, look, man, for us, it's basically like the same way Boobles is a particular kind of joke for us, alright?
Yeah.
Which is my main sticking point with the movie Pathan. In an entirely separate conversation. That Boobles joke. I say this as somebody who is not ever offended by any jokes. That is the most offensive joke I've seen in my life. Alright?
Why is that
But
the offensive joke?
more on
Please
the-
explain.
Because it's just the worst joke ever, alright? It is not offensive on a moral level, it is not offensive on a anything level, its existence offends me. Like its existence is foul and vile and just horrible. And the Boobles joke, I will point out, and this I say as somebody who believes that Shah Rukh Khan is a national treasure and has been put through way too much shit over the last couple of years for no reason, and we all went out there and showed up. But that Boobles joke was maybe the only time in this entire thing where I've thought to myself, MCB इतना भी बुरा नहीं है वैसे. Like literally, okay. I'm like उनका भी मतलब काम होता है, ठीक है. But the larger point being that Boobles joke was a very, also by the way, if you see, Siddharth Anand, the director, has done a chat with Anupama Chopra, all right, where Shahpar worked with Shah, and he has literally been like, yeah, Shah Rukh improved a lot on set. Boobles was actually his idea, which is literally him also in his head going, I will not have history, have me take responsibility for the Boobles joke. I refuse, I will not, and he has gone off the record to say that. My point is, from India to Russia, you shouldn't have invaded Ukraine, but that you didn't deserve that Boobles joke either. And the point, anyway, Spider-Verse, what were you saying?
No, I get what you're saying. I'm just saying, like, chai tea for me was a joke when I'm like, it's like the most. See, whenever I sing, right? So, okay, this is my grouse, my minor grouse. Okay, see, I'm like I said, Pavitra Prabhakar stan. I have the comic book also at home. I remember the first time I bought it from like a store. I was like, what the fuck? What is this? Spider-Man in a dhoti? Uncle Beam? Oh, Green Goblin is a Rakshas? Oh my god! I was blown away. Okay, like blown away. Like it was like when that Tom Holland wala interview had happened, I had sweetly carried that magazine with me to Singapore to be like, look, I have Spider-Man India, one day it will happen. And when I first found out this was happening, I lost it. I was like, no. But then it became very stereotypically Indian. You know what I mean to say, right? I just wish it wasn't stereotypically Indian.
I feel like they walked the line enough, like in the sense that where they were sort of calling out the fact that white people do this a lot. And it felt like, yeah, it was still very much for like an American audience, like, but it felt like overall it really could have been worse. And it was, I think, in the end, on balance, sweet. Like the treatment of Mumbai. Also, have to say, most unexpected Zomato cameo
All right.
ever. All right, and I don't mean to
Why?
publicize. This is not. It's not a paid
I
thing,
clapped.
but I literally went. It's because look, man, you know my lifestyle. All right, like Zomato and Swiggy are emotional issues. All right, like, this is like, oh God, I use these.
Oh.
um,
It's
but
it's
yeah,
like, yeah, I
that
get it,
yeah.
right? Like when when Spider-Man, like Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield, when they popped in, everyone started clapping. That was me in the theater, right? Zomato came, I'm like, yeah, multiverse has been
Yeah,
broken,
full
dude.
on.
Mul-
Full on, dude.
it was a very, very, very smart integration. That I have to give them props for that. Just a quick super chat. Abhishek has been asking, are you watching Marvel's Secret Invasion, guys? Yes, no?
One
I've
episode.
seen the first episode. The second
Correct.
episode just dropped. Watch it tonight after dinner.
Yeah.
Great first episode. I really enjoyed the first episode.
Did
Like,
you?
I did. I enjoyed the first episode. Did you not?
I
I
mean,
liked the first episode.
it's okay. It's almost like I don't know, like the way they managed to.
I felt like it was okay, but until
Yeah.
I feel like the second Olivia Colman shows up, everything in the universe just instantly gets better. And I don't know whether it was just her separate episode, but the second she just even this she like appears and from her first line only, just like Bhai Sahab, too good. Don't care if everybody else, and now the entire Marvelverse is just run by Julia Louis Dreyfus and Olivia Colman. I mean, like no problem.
I feel like for me, okay, I don't know about you guys, but I've reached this proper fatigue where I'm like, nahi dekhna mujhe. I've not seen She-Hulk. I've not seen Secret
Oh.
Invasion. I know. One second. There are a lot of these shows. Mandalorian also. Season 3 I've not seen. I know it's all like, what the fuck are you doing? You're supposed to be like a pop culture, like, oh, you like pop culture, but I'm like, thak gaya hu, right? Which is why when it comes to like Spider-Man, like even Flash, I'm just so tired. I don't want to be disappointed anymore, right? So like for me,
No,
Spider-Man was
Spider-Man is just a
that thing.
out to me.
It
If
will
they
never
land this
disappoint.
third movie, if they land this third movie, this is definitively far and away the best Spider-Man trilogy of all time. Like, it's not even a competition. Like, and what I like is that we're potentially getting such different tellings of Spider-Man through these trilogies,
Yeah.
right? Like the sort of Tom Holland trilogy is this sort of Peter Parker, that high school Peter Parker transitioning to becoming that sort of slightly adult Spider-Man who's lost everything. We had the Tobey Maguire story, which was way more of like the slightly more like out of school, I'd call working Peter Parker story version of Spider. And with this, we get like the proper Miles Morales in the way he was in the comics. Like the idea that this Spider-Man is not like the others in a way, right? And which I think is a great theme, sort of that if the sort of ending goes in the place where I'm really hoping it does, where this idea of him just completely rejecting the idea. I don't think anyone needs to die in the next film. I like firmly believe that nobody needs to die in the next film because I feel like I think the entire point of Miles is to sort of buck the idea that
Oh, that's
only despair and tragedy can forge Spider-Man.
Yeah.
And it's actually a lot more than that. Like in the sense, just having heart and having sort of, protecting the people close to you is sort of enough. And I think that really is the significance of that "I'ma do my own thing" that he says at the end of that sequence, which is that
So
entire
cool.
that entire
So
Nueva
cool.
York train sequence is
Ah.
just that.
Ah.
And again, you know what? Hats off to them. You don't see this often in a movie. They bet it all on one gigantic set piece. All right. Like in that movie, essentially, there's there's Mumbattan and then this one gigantic sort of midsection piece. And dude, full credit to them where they went, this is a 2.5 hour movie. It doesn't have a traditional climax. But what I loved is like, man, the scenes between Miles and his parents. So good. Like every single, because again, so great to see an animated movie that sort of goes, being a kid is tough.
Yeah.
But man, being a parent is also really
Yeah,
tough, like in
yeah.
this world, right? When you don't know what's going on with them and when you don't sort of understand, like when they won't talk to you and when they won't do those things and it's a beautifully complex relationship because you feel for both sides. It's not just like his parents are unfairly putting pressure
Yeah,
on
yeah,
him.
yeah.
It's not just like you feel for both of them.
His parents are sweet parents. Like it's very rare where you see, like you have like just nice parents. You know, you're like, yeah, hey, these
Yeah.
nice parents also
They're
exist. You know,
tough
like
but fair. They're tough but fair.
yeah.
Like, but I love like his mom is such a like she's such a Kiran Kher mom when she sees Gwen, right? Like, like I don't know how else to say it. She's such a like, Arey, I.
Ginny, what Ginny has also mentioned is something that I'm ashamed of. Okay, so at the end, right, she's like, I audibly gasped out when Ginny, whoever is behind the account, but I audibly gasped aloud when I realized Miles' mom at the end asked who's Spider-Man, not as a joke, but because they are in the wrong universe, right? Now, I'm ashamed to say it. There were kids behind me, 6 of them. Very irritating, very irritating. But at the end, they went, oh, maybe Miles is not in the wrong, maybe Miles is in wrong universe. And I turned around and I'm like, shut the fuck up, okay? Just shut up, okay? Just shut up. Can you, with your stupid theories? And then I saw it and I'm like, wow.
Well played.
I'm not smarter than a 5th grader. clearly
So
they
some
got...
people have gone back to Into the Spider-Verse, and the point at which Miles first meets that universe's Peter Parker,
Yeah.
like under the reactor,
Yeah.
and they have that Spidey sense moment where he goes, "You're like me." So if you actually see it first, like you see Peter's going blue and red, you see Miles go pink and green, the Prowler colors, and then as he looks at Peter, his also turns into red and blue.
Fuck.
No.
This is again spotted by people way more eagle-eyed than me. Way more.
No.
All right. Like it's just
Well, what? Rio's eye color was also green in Earth 42.
yeah, eye color was also different.
Her hair
yeah.
blacker.
Wait,
You know,
wait.
this is why I love this movie. This is why I love, like, even the first one itself, the theories, the inside jokes, the Easter eggs. The new one, though, my God, like, just it's filled with so many moments where, like, I audibly am like in the theater going, they have thought every tiny angle in this universe through, right? When this guy
Brother,
came.
the Spot is a multiversal threat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Like, hang on. They've taken like this guy was like a joke character, Spider-Man, like essentially. Right? Like, and first of all, hats off. We'll come to the oil part, but Jason Schwartzman,
So
as
good.
the Spot is
Very
just so funny.
Very
He's
funny.
just so funny and good. As he goes from sort of that dorky their first encounter, to more and more.
Yeah.
But
Crazier and psychotic.
Talking of cameos, right? Donald Glover.
I was
as
just gonna say that.
Prowler. Wait.
Man,
Very important question. We addressed trilogies. There was the Tom Holland trilogy. There's a Tobey Maguire trilogy. There's a theory which this is the same Donald Glover from the Andrew Garfield movies, because he's there in the movies and he's a normal thief and he's gone on to become the Prowler. So are we gonna get a trilogy with Andrew Garfield where it shows how Childish Gambino becomes?
Donald Glover was in the Spider-Man one, not in the Andrew Garfield one.
In
He
the
was
Holland
Tom
one,
Holland,
no?
Tom Holland one.
Holland?
He was in the Holland one.
He's not. Andrew
He was
Garfield
in
is
the
done and
Holland.
dusted.
I
Also,
just want to see
this,
Andrew Garfield's
this,
trilogy.
this blew my mind when I read the fact that there was a Community episode in which he was dressed as Spider-Man,
Yeah.
and that influenced
Yeah,
the
they
character
have
of Miles
that also in-
Morales. That's
Yeah,
why Miles
and
Morales.
they also have a reference. You can see when you go to
It
the
playing.
different multiverses, you can see it playing there also.
Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't.
Yeah, you can see the yeah.
Stop it.
They've
Stop
gone
it,
deep,
guys.
He's gone very deep.
Yeah, they've done that cameo in that scene over there.
Stop. Like I every, like, even like it's so stupid. It's so stupid. Like in the canon event when they showed Uncle Ben dying, when they showed the Tobey Maguire this thing, it was so. In any other movie, I would say what a hack, right? What a hack, bro. This is such a cheap callback, but in this movie, it fit. It fit. I'm just like,
Yeah.
yeah, maybe this makes sense, maybe I understand this, and I went down a very bad cesspool, man, of theories, right, of how in Marvel hexagon hexagon leads to, like, it's the symbol for time travel and it's stability, basically. The six sides give it the most stability, which is why it's used even in
Hexagons
Guardians.
are the bestagons.
Yes, exactly. It is.
Hexagons are the best hexagons.
That's my new T-shirt idea. I'm going to just print it and
No,
give you all
you should. Oh, if you
royalties.
don't know, please. CGP Grey YouTube channel. Hexagons, the best hexagons.
Oh,
Excellent video. Please
I'll
watch.
check it out. I'll check it
Yes.
out. I love
Please
CGP
do.
Grey. I've not seen that video,
Yes,
but I'll check it out.
hexagons are the best hexagons. Please
But yeah,
check it out.
that's the thing, dude. That's the thing. Even in Guardians and all, when they go through, when the ship passes through, it's a hexagon that they pass through. So that's the entire throughout Marvel. That's the thing. And these are all these chotu things that I'm learning because after the movie, I wanted it all. I was like, feed me more. Just tell me everything that there is. I want to know more, right? I want to know more about every character that comes. I want to know more about. Oh my God, there is a gang that is being that ending of this movie. Even though I was disappointed, like, bus,
Start a band, bro.
Yeah, fuck.
Start a band.
Oh,
Soundtrack is available. I now listen to it as part of my running playlist. Start a band is just too good. Works great as a 1-2 punch with What Up Danger from the first film.
Spider-Punk's animation style was very unique, where they purposely missed the frame and they animated slower than the normal FPS, and they were actively told to drop frames at random moments, so you would never know, right? That is how the timing happened, wherein they would just drop frames at random moments because Spider-Punk is against authority and rules. So let's break all the rules, even in the animation.
Hobie was my favorite character, hands down. Thinking. Like hands down, I think in terms of what he does with per word of screen like dialogue, Hobie was just tremendous.
I hate the
and what I love is from the start to the finish. No, he was really punk.
He
in
was.
the sense that
He was so punk.
He didn't. He was there, and he was always like, "Screw this shit. This place is like one stupid tin pot dictator's dystopia. This is nonsense." And at the end, when they all started fighting, he did not fall in line. He was just like, I quit. Fuck this. I'm out. And I'm like, hey, great. What? This is, you've written the character. It's not just like what tokenism, this thing about punk. Like, this guy's punk. That's awesome.
Wow, some very interesting facts as usual. Different frame rates for his guitar as well as the outfit. Entire costume everything was animated absolutely differently, and apparently you can see him stealing watch parts when he's trying to talk Miles out of joining the society. So he even says make your own watch at one point. My God, these guys.
Yeah, that happens. He's just picking around things when they're ordering food from the canteen. I remember he's walking when they're just bringing Miles into the Spider Society and they just met the virtual spider. That's when he's going around picking up things from the lab. It's true. It is true.
Listen. No, sorry. Continue. What are you saying?
No, just that.
Yeah, it is. Dude, the amount of detail that has gone into, like, okay, so firstly, I didn't know. Okay, I'm watching the movie. I'm like, they must have got some British guy. Okay, and then when I found out who it was, I was like, what the fuck is happening?
Get out.
What am I?
Get out, right?
Literally, yeah, I was like, get out!
Get out!
Get out! Just, what is happening, man? What is happening? Everything is just but coming back to that point of, I don't like cliffhanger endings. There are many times that I'm like, yeah, I should have wrapped it up. But this was one of those perfectly where it's almost like one of those, it's like a chess match where every piece is put at the right place at the, the ending is one of those where you're like, fuck me. You have, that is.
Dude, also, this movie is an argument for why Marvel just needs to let Peter and MJ get together and have a baby and be happy and not keep trying to retcon the Spider-Man comics into like always somehow finding a way to like draw them together. Because if the result of that union is going to be that baby and Peter Parker going on all missions with a chest full of, dude, this has to happen. This is the future of Spider-Man. Like, I would pay money to just watch the constant animated adventures of Peter B. Parker and Mayday.
Any day. It is the cutest,
just going about
thing
the
ever.
multiverse. Like, that is it. My whole life I would watch this. No problem.
Man, I would watch Spider-Cat. I would put my money to just say Spider-Cat and spit webs up.
There you go.
Spider T-Rex. I would watch so many of, if there was, this is a thing where if you were to individually take each character and make their own TV show, I'd be like, theek hai, main dekh lunga. I think I'm very fascinated with this. I'm very interested with how things are going. But you're right, man. It was so cute. It was so cute. I was like, I want a child now. Only if I have superpowers.
Yeah.
Then my child will have a
Yeah.
superpower. That's all. That's all. That's the only reason I want a child. For a superpower child. Web Slinger, Slinger, I'm saying Web Slinger.
So you
Spider
basically are
Horse.
putting the same expectations as normal Indian parents.
Of course. Of
Yes.
course.
बस सुपर हीरो होना चाहिए नहीं तो
Of
डिसअपॉइंटिंग.
course यार, of course. ये देखो शर्मा जी के बेटे को देखो, हाँ, माँ बाप मर गए but सुपर
Exactly.
हीरो तो बन गया है ना. You know what are you
Exactly.
doing with your life?
Exactly.
हाँ, what are you doing?
वेन जी
with
का
your-
बेटा.
Yeah.
वेन जी का बेटा देखो. वेन जी के बेटे को देखो.
Wayne G का बेटा is so.
Playing live action Miles Morales.
Also, this was
Nobody ever should play.
But it's
They should
happening.
only
It's
get this
confirmed.
animated Shamik Moore version to be Miles Morales
there's
always.
no live action. Please.
But it's confirmed. Sony said that there's a go ahead and it's in development. There's a
Haan,
live action Miles.
Development can stop also after some time.
It feels like, in a strange way, it feels like such a backward way to do things, right? Like on the one hand, give people Miles Morales in this form, which like whatever you do in live action, you can't get this degree of just essentially endless depth of gags and jokes and action and information and that you can put in an animated movie. Two, you've given us Miles Morales in a really good PS5 game, which is now getting a sequel where you get to control him.
Right.
And then, after we've had those experiences, you're like, hey, why don't you go in a theater and watch a live action version of all of this? That feels so backwards. Like, it's like the Uncharted movies. Like, why? I've already done this.
The
Like, I have
Uncharted.
control of this. This is such a not tactile experience anymore. Like,
I'm going to definitely like just pause for a second and completely interject. But oh my god, that Spider-Man 2 game ka footage.
brother,
Pre-ordered.
pre-ordered
Collector's edition.
that shit. You like pre-ordered that shit straight up.
Peter Parker, like just the Peter with the blacks. I was watching that, and it's
Like
very
the
Uncharted-y,
fires.
very Uncharted-y.
The
You know, when he's
great
chasing
hunt
the lizard.
begins.
Yeah, he's chasing the lizard. It was very similar to that Uncharted 4 scene. You know, when you're hanging off this thing. But I was like, oh my god, if they're adding more
Yeah.
moments like this, like quick time moments and all, and the way the first two games went, this is going to be so good.
I know a lot of people don't like quick time event sequences in
I love
games,
them.
but I'm like, if you're gonna package them in the most cinematic way possible, no, then just
I'm sold,
go for
yeah.
it. Because sold. Because you guys, now that you started playing Survivor, are in
Yeah.
for some of the most jaw-dropping quick time sequences I think that have been committed to recent gaming, in my experience, especially if you're a Star Wars fan. But I'm quite excited. I'm quite excited. I like the way they've integrated Craven into it, at least from the footage seen so far. But if they've shown it to us, if it's anything like the first game, then I think Craven is not going to be.
Who wants to
What?
talk about the trailer of Craven the movie?
Yeah, as long as it's not the movie, then that's good enough, no?
No.
As long as it's not the movie,
We will not
any
talk
Craven
about
is.
that. No. But I'm just saying that if we go by the logic of the first game, okay, the first game, all right, showed us the Sinister Six, but they hit Doc Ock, and we didn't know that it was going to become this gigantic final Doc Ock versus Peter Parker showdown. So in this game, if they've already shown us Craven, if they've already shown us this much, I wonder what, because there's definitely something that's still being held back, because so far that's what the games teach us. But what do you think that is?
I think Craven is like the Kingpin from Spider-Man 1, where they wrap him up in the first act. Because even
Like
when
or like Martin Lee.
when he
basically
spoke
from
to
the first one.
developers, right? They were like, "Oh fuck, you revealed so much of the footage," and they were like, "You've just seen the tip of the iceberg." I think he's quite literally talking about that. You've seen the starting part of the game, but then how does he have a symbiote suit already? Like, how does he have the Venom suit in the?
So I think that's the thing. I think he has the Venom suit in the beginning, because that first cinematic trailer showed both Peter and Miles, and it hinted that there was a third person in the symbiote suit. Which means that if he has it at the start, it might be like a bonding that happens at the start, and then Peter sort of rejects the symbiote, and it then finds. So far, it's being set up to be Harry, right?
It is Harry. They revealed it already. They revealed the
Okay.
thing that it's Harry Osborn, and it's a continuation directly from the post-credits
Correct.
of Spider-Man 1.
Correct.
where Norman Osborn's looking in the tank and Harry is
He's
there.
floating
And
around. With
they
this
cut
thing
that
on.
scene in post-credit one, but there is a reel going around where they reveal the soundtrack of the game, and someone from the audience captured the footage where in the screen you can see Harry in the Venom suit and Norman's looking on at him. So, and Eddie Brock's definitely not Venom, that they've already revealed.
That they revealed, yes.
So that just
I
leaves
think
Harry.
if somehow we get a Venom Green Goblin villain duo to go against these two together,
Oh my god. Bro,
that
I'll
would be
explode.
insane.
I'll explode right now itself.
Or basically you get Harry Venom in this thing, which then he dies, and you then get Norman Green
Norman as the
for the final game or whatever. Yeah,
Yes.
that'll be
Let's
crazy.
go. Did we just predict the plot of Spider-Man 2, the game?
That's crazy. That'll be crazy. That'll be crazy.
What a great year, no, for Spider-Man.
What a great year.
What a
great
great
time
year.
to be Spider-Man.
Like I
What a great
swear,
time to
like
be
I'm
Spider-Man.
just like this is such a. There are like for me there were like so as a kid I used to and I think someone sorry 1 second Bidushi, yes, we will come to your point in the next 5 minutes, but as a kid my favorite superhero used to be Spider-Man. I loved Spider-Man to bits, okay, and then it became Batman and I was Batman fan, then again back to Spider-Man. I'm like, oh, I love Spider-Man. And then I stopped. Then I was like, superheroes. Then I remember when the Spider-Man movies came out, I was like, oh my god, I love all of this. Tika. When Nolan's Batman came, oh, the flip to Batman that happened in me, you know, to be like, oh my god, this is by far the greatest superhero ever, and I'm going to be a Batman stan for life, okay? It took a long time to come back to Spider-Man, but right now I am so heavy into I love you, Spidey. I love you. You're so cool. Everything about you is so cool. Everything is just. Why are you so cool? Huh? Why are you so cool?
I was having such a wonderful moment. It's like an orgasm right there. I love
It is because see, there are like, it's very few moments where you suddenly feel like you're in a year where things are going to be like everything that you want will be there. You know, you've got a fucking kick-ass Spider-Man movie and you've got a kick-ass Spider-Man game. Those are months going into your time which you'll be happy to spend. You know, it's like I don't know, you know, you get what I'm trying to say, right? It's just it feels
Yeah,
good. It feels
100%.
good to be a fan, right?
This
now. Let's-
in general actually is turning out to be a banner year for pop culture.
yeah.
After a while, like with COVID, etc., even theatrically, right? You've had Guardians,
Yeah.
you've had Spider-Man, you now have Mission Impossible, Oppenheimer, Barbie, still to come.
It's mad.
I'm pretty sure I'm missing a few.
Let's
There's Indiana Jones.
also acknowledge Michael Keaton.
There was The Flash.
Michael Keaton's Batman. Like, come on.
Yeah, there was The Flash. There's a lot. Like, this is a banner year. Like, hold on.
Someone just said Jennifer Lawrence wala film. Are they talking about No Hard
Oh yeah, no heart feeling.
Yes, it's
No
part.
hard feeling.
It's part of the giant pop culture universe that we are part of. It is.
Giant
It
pop
is
culture universe.
universe 543, where there no Spider-Man or any pop culture event exists except Jennifer
That
Lawrence.
movie looks like fun though.
I
That
will
movie looks
watch
like
it.
fun,
I
though.
am thoroughly enjoying the
Definitely
trailers.
watch
I'm not
it.
shitting on it. I'm just saying it's very random to
Like
throw
that.
Jennifer Lawrence.
Also, while we're on the subject, we have a new Superman and Lois Lane.
Yeah.
We have official confirmation from James Gunn of
Correct.
a new Superman and Lois Lane. Sorry to switch.
Is it? But
Literally
is it also
switch
confirmed
universes.
that Bill
It's
Skarsgård?
Confirmed.
No, but what about Bill Skarsgård?
No. Oh,
That was still a.
No, that didn't happen. There's a
Oh.
I don't remember saying, but Marvelous Mrs. Maisel is fucking Lois Lane. I can't digest it.
I think it's amazing. I think she's perfect.
Is?
I think from like scene one, frame one, she has of Marvelous Mrs. Maisel, like it was her audition for Lois Lane in my head. Like, literally.
I see it. I finished the show somehow. It ended finally. Great climax, but
Don't discuss. I've not seen the show. It's one of
Okay.
those shows where everyone talks about it, and I've just not.
I can see it. I think she'll be great.
I think
Yeah.
she'll
I
be good.
genuinely think she'll be great.
She looks
I
the
think
part.
she'll be really good.
She looks the part. That's the most
No, and
important
she's
thing first off.
she's got, I really like her energy. Like she's got like a really bouncy vibe. I like it.
Of all the, you know what I feel, of all the female characters in all the superhero universes, like Lois Lane is supposed to get a lot more representation that she just generally doesn't get that much, right? In the original Superman movies with this thing, Superman movies, ठीक ठाक था, you know, like she's not getting
She
that. She's
never
always the
got
plus
the big
one.
neck,
She's always
yeah.
the plus one, you know. Even Amy Adams, plus one. Everywhere she's been the plus one, which is like even like in Spider-Man, it's the same thing, right? Throughout, Mary Jane has always had
Trust
that
the
plus one.
gun,
this thing.
bro. Trust the gun. Trust the gun, bro.
ठीक है भाई. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying this
I'm
Lois should get some
trusting
more.
the gunner.
Yeah.
I
Fingers
think
crossed.
so.
Fingers crossed. Yes, Ashwin, Bidushi, everyone is talking about the main person that we have to talk about. Let's please just oils. Okay, Zerxes, would you like to join the oil society? Is he hung?
Wow.
Wow, he.
I mean, to answer your question, I'm sure Oscar is. I have no doubt that he is 100%. As for Zerxes, I don't know, man. He's
I
The-
said it
the
on my
rude
mind like
question to
mat
ask
karo
against,
yaar,
no?
mat karo.
Like,
Leak
he's just-
before.
oh my God.
Oh no, he's
Oh
literally
my
gone
God.
to
we have lost him to another universe.
yeah. That's the thought
We
like
have
actually made
lost
him
it.
explode. I'm so sorry,
We
guys.
have
I'm so
lost
sorry.
him.
Okay, till he comes
We
back,
have
in case he
lost
does come
it.
back, real quick, everybody, please press the like button. Public, what are you guys doing? I know we've come after a long time. I know you guys are upset with us.
Press it.
But please, यार, तुम लोग
No.
like button दबाओ ना, please. ये क्या हो रहा है?
Press
Such
it.
sad
No.
likes तो we can't have, यार. Such sad likes we can't have. We will come to before Zerxes joins. Obviously, yes. This thing, Ramanathan is right. I mean, if we are talking about Oscar Isaac, we also have to talk about also semi-sexy Oscar Isaac from a different dimension, Jake Johnson.
Of course, he was so good. He is so good. Again,
He's always
I just
good.
love his energy. He's got such great older brother energy in this version
Yeah.
of Peter B. Parker. He's so like
He's like,
I still remember that bit from the first movie where he's like, all right, he can turn invisible. Right? He can't do it on command.
it's always like, it's a very mentor sort of thing, right? And like, especially when he's walking with the baby, it's
Yeah.
all like, bhai, tu ruk. मैं बता रहा हूँ ना, भाई.
He's like, just hold the baby, all right? Just hold the baby. Just trust me, it's life changing. Hold
Just-
the baby.
Bhai, and yes, Nick from New Girl is the best. Yes, Nick from New Girl is the best. New Girl also represent. I don't know where Zerxes is. I'm going to call him and find out. But while he comes back, I think when he comes back, we'll have to talk about the society. But for all the people who are unaware what oils is, people over here, all the people who don't know what oils is the official Oscar Isaac Lust Society. The Oscar Isaac Lust Society was, it was formed like a few months ago when we were just going through everything that Oscar has done. And we just realized, man, that guy is just so good.
He's too good, dude.
Every stream
He's too good.
is a dedicated
He's too good.
moment where we get turned on with a certain man. And Oscar Isaac
So-
comes up every single time. 'Cause
So
he's-
strange to watch this movie and root for Miles, but also be like, damn, this evil Spider-Man kind of sexy.
you know,
This goth Spidey
I
kind
had
of
to
hot.
I had to stop myself from the thing is, right, Instagram is very smart, right? Once you start liking 1-2 reels, it will start showing you more reels, and out of nowhere Spider-Man 2099 ke thirst reels are coming. I don't know if you've seen this, where
Yeah,
there's
yeah,
that
of
Spider-Man
course.
theme, and then it just, I don't know. Okay, I'm going to explain this. Okay, I don't know if anyone has ever seen this, but it's
I'll
just
give him a Canada bang. Sorry, you were saying? Sorry, I forgot myself.
No,
for a
I
moment.
get it.
I forgot myself.
I will do that.
Forgot myself.
I'll hold his Oscar. You know
Sorry.
what I mean to say? It's totally fine.
Yeah.
It's totally
1
fine.
second.
I'll
You
take...
hold his Oscar, I sack. You hold Oscar, I sack.
That's how hot he is. He needs both of us to just. Hey, Pratham, thank you for the
Hold on.
super chat. Make an Oils magazine. I have to tell you something about Pratham, by the way, Rohan. It's in my bag. He made a. I'll get it right before the stream ends, Pratham. I will definitely get it out. But
We can't.
my God.
If we made an oils magazine, the pages would come pre-stuck together.
You take oils, spread them apart, and then stick them in different.
Uh-huh.
It's random. There's just his 2099 ka butt is bigger and Miles is stuck in between the butt. And there was a point where I stopped on Instagram and I'm like, what? How did I come here?
How?
What am I doing to reach this?
You know how you
content?
got here.
Right? Like,
You know how you got here.
I don't understand this. He's come back. Is he come back? Zerxes, are you back?
Zerxes.
Arey Baba,
Hosh
don't
mein
go
aao,
into...
Zerxes.
I know Miles is a child.
Oh,
Don't go
Zerxes.
into the
Hosh mein
proper
aao. Hosh mein aao,
territory,
Zerxes.
guys. Yeah. I'm
Hosh
just...
mein aao.
Animator Shah sharing shirtless concept art of Miguel now from the scene where Miles breaks a suit with a venom blast. My god, they know what they are doing. Okay, Zerxes. Now that you're back, let me just quickly explain what oils is.
I know oils.
As
I know
Karun
oils.
said.
I'm
Apocalypse,
aware of
Moon Knight and
oils.
Miguel. What?
I know oils. Oscar Isaac. We lust over him. Society.
Oh yeah.
I'm aware. I'm
I-
highly aware. And I completely understand why and where it comes from.
So we were just lusting over him right now.
Yeah.
And just...
Which
in
is a
this-
sentence that has been said many times in this
Yeah.
podcast history, by the way.
Yeah, and in this movie... Wasn't he so good? He's not doing anything. He's still so good.
When his claws and the fangs come out in the beginning in Gwen's universe and he growls. And then that disappointment when Miles jumps off and becomes invisible over the moon train. His rage.
Yeah, you could sense it.
Yes.
This is again, I love the fact that they did this in the first movie also, they did it in this movie also, the same theme of someone trying to change their life but it backfiring, right? He had the same Kingpin story. Story. I lost my family, I tried building it back, but it never works
Yep.
out. So life is I'm going to fuck shit up, right? And you get it. You actually get it, right? These are one of the few things where you're like, yaar, main samajh sakta hu why. You get why you're being like this, you know. I understand why you have to do something wrong to just, you know what I mean to say. I supported him.
If Spot manages to kill Miles' father, I have a feeling Miles would also try and go back and change this shit and find another universe.
But then that
I don't know.
No,
I
no.
don't know.
I don't
I
think
wonder.
so. I feel there will be, as Rohan said, that is the perfect ending. If there are either two endings. One, Miles finally accepts that this is it. Being Spider-Man means someone dies and I have to give in to that responsibility if I want to save the world, right? Which is very dark. Or you
Yeah.
have the really sweet optimistic thing where everyone comes together, everyone will come together, have a giant face-off, father saved, Spot is destroyed, and all the Spider-Man realize that maybe you don't need to follow the plan. You know, like you said, the out of the box. Be out of the box.
My theory is father is saved, Spot is saved, 99 is saved, Miles saved, everybody. Because the thesis of this entire series is that tragedy is not what defines Spider-Man. Heart is. And I don't think that hearts are only fought by tragedy, because that takes a very dim view of life. That you can only be good in the face of like relentless fucking tragedy, and that sucks. And I don't think that is the thesis of this trilogy. I hope it isn't.
When that sequence happened, when Miguel's explaining to Miles that you have to lose and all of that, what I didn't realize is, or what I was thinking was that he already lost an uncle.
Exactly.
How
He
many
already
more
lost Uncle
tragedies?
Aaron. Exactly.
So that's
He's
probably
like enough.
like ho gaya abhi iska. Now
He's
Spot
probably
will also
like-
be saved. I think Spot's also a good guy at the end of it. Like, I mean,
Spot
he's-
Spot is the typical, I would like to put it like the
Spidey
Electro.
villain.
Andrew
Listen,
Garfield Electro ना कि
I am sorry.
नहीं मेरा life में तुम्हें पागल होने वाला हूँ.
Greatest origin story ever. You threw a bagel at me.
Bagel at
yeah,
me.
yeah.
Greatest villain origin story ever, bro.
everything.
And you
everywhere,
know
all
why
at
that's
once.
even funnier? Because the bagel also has holes in it. Because bagels also have holes in them.
I'm not even kidding.
What?
There's a bagel outside already who started barking. You know, like he knew it. He like किसी ने मुझे बुलाया है, मैं तो भौंकने वाला हूँ. Who threw me? हाँ, who threw me?
Who?
But
Who?
yeah,
And at who?
bagels causing problems in all multiverses. That is absolutely true, man. There's also theory of a creepy guy who's been smiling throughout. Have you seen that reel?
Yeah. Bichara, he's just there in the first movie and there in this movie, and internet just decided he's an asshole. Poor guy. I don't
That
think he's done anything.
is an evil guy who's smiling and all. There's a guy who in the first movie and all the classroom sequences smiles, okay? And now that you see Miles Morales, if whenever he's passing by, you'll just see him go. So they've made a theory that he's a villain in disguise. Just waiting. Because
That'll be amazing.
it would be so cool if that happens. That's all I'm trying to say, right? It would be so cool if that.
He will be after Miles ignores him or cracks a joke on him, and then he'll turn into a villain.
Possible. And okay. Let's just before we discuss the ending of the movie, real quick, okay? Like if I were to ask you your favorite moment of the movie, because there were a lot, what would be your favorite moment?
Can I be super cheesy or not pick any of the regular favorites, but the
Please.
fact that I saw my shoes on screen, I got the Across the Spider-Verse Jordans, and I was like, that. And then when the Miles Prowler walks in, he's wearing another pair of Jordans, just random sneakerhead shit, and you're like, where the fuck are they? And they might be launching with the third movie is what we thought, but they've made them and they've given them to Nike friends and family people, and they're out there. They're like some 100 odd
Wow,
pieces,
yeah.
and you
Oh,
can't buy
wow.
them.
Oh
And you're
wow.
just like, oh, I want them. Like it's got like a stash pocket and all at the side. It's too cool and it's purple.
Oh man.
Yeah,
Oh.
sorry, I'm done with my little thing. But through the movie, Miles is wearing the regular Chicago Jordans, the AJ1 highs. I'm sorry, boring you.
Yeah. No. I've done my research. There was a 1 month period in which I got really into sneakers, and this was one of those periods where I was like, I was like, July aayega. I had set calendar reminder. मैं Jordan खरीदूंगा, Spider-Man Jordan and all. But then I've stopped giving a damn. But yeah.
Yeah, but through the movie, he had the regular Chicago's, which are the red, black, white. But at around the point where he enters the wrong multiverse, I think his shoes changed to the Across the Spider-Verse Jordans, which released this thing. So I'm guessing through the movie production, they didn't have the design finalized. Towards the end of the movie, they finalized the design and going into production, and that's when they put it into the movie. Maybe
That's some really high level Easter egg by the marketing department. You know?
Yeah.
The animator को वो थोड़ा एक दो सोच
Not high level Easter egg, high level deal striking. High level deal striking. That's what it is.
Oh, God.
As Karun said, this was exactly one of the scenes for me, which I wouldn't say I loved the way they did it. When Gwen walks and the city flips upside down, right?
Ooh.
And it is done so casually, it is done so smoothly. Just the foop. She's sitting, ponytail hanging, like
Beautiful when, and then he comes and sits next to her, and that shot of the two of them
at the
sitting in the corner, and the city is upside
Wide
down.
shot, right?
What a stunning shot! What a stunning shot!
It is.
But
Yeah.
that shot. So I saw it twice, once in IMAX, once in a regular theater. And two things. The regular theater, I didn't feel the same ooh, which we felt in
Again,
IMAX.
big screen.
Like, fuck that. I was like, oh, wait. Like, I was with some people who hadn't watched the movie, and I was like, wait for this moment. And it happens. And it just looks like a frame. And you're just like, oh shit.
Man.
Sorry. And everyone who complained about the audio of the dialogues not being heard internationally, a lot of people are complaining that you couldn't hear the dialogues properly in the movie.
Okay.
We didn't feel that in IMAX, but in a normal theater, I kept telling the guy, saying, please volume.
And they've apparently had to refix it. They've had to fix it and re-release it.
Oh, I
Yeah.
didn't know this. I didn't know.
Yeah.
There are a lot of people up top also in the league were talking about stuff like that. That the dialogue wasn't good. ये सब नहीं हुआ था. There's also apparently now the movie has two different endings and all of that. There are two different versions of the movies that have been released.
What?
Slight versions with minor
That's
differences.
though the trans poster version, because they have the Save the Trans poster in Gwen's bedroom, which is where all the whole trans theories about Gwen being trans has started popping up.
Oh, I've not gone down that rabbit hole. No,
Oh, yeah,
I don't
that's
know this
another
theory
thing.
also.
Yeah, and that's they have this version where they don't even have that poster. I think
No,
because of
not
poster
that.
didn't
Not
release.
not just that. Where people are saying different things. Where
Yeah, little things. Yeah.
Chotu inside jokes are changed. Apparently that is what has happened. Like there are different versions. SK said the trans poster wasn't censored. That's why the film got banned in Saudi and they stuck to
Correct.
their guns. So
Yeah, that. But then the game's also not releasing in Saudi. So my friends sitting in Abu Dhabi wanted to pre-order the collector's edition. They're not releasing Spider-Man 2 there apparently, or they've not put it on pre-order yet.
Where did you get the collector's edition from? I didn't even know it
Pre-ordered
existed.
it. It's not out yet. It's pre-orders. I pre-ordered it. Money's gone now. It's a gift for me on October 30th when
But
it
where?
drops.
But where? In India?
Ah, 10. India got I think around 100 pieces. So there's a Venom, and one side there is Spidey, and the
ठीक
other
है, I
side.
will gossip with you afterwards on this. We will get into that this
Sure.
thing. But yes, yes, Ron, Spider was favorite scene from Across. There are too many to talk about. Even people in the league, you can give us
That's a
your favorite
tough
scenes from
one.
Across.
Favorite scene, that.
League, let us
Man,
know. Yeah.
I can't pick one. I just cannot. I just absolutely cannot. Though I really like the scene with Miles and his mom, where she tells him to follow his heart and remember that, like, always find his way back. To I think that's also going to be a very key line
Yeah.
one day, because she says it in the middle of the movie only. Like, it doesn't matter what happens. Always. Actually, no. I know my favorites
Yes.
of the movie.
Yes.
It's actually a very little scene. It's the one where Gwen is at the place where the Spot has caused all that damage, and she's about to jump into that multiversal portal, and Miles is invisible, and they're standing sort of upside down against each other, and she can't see him. And then she jumps into the portal, and he jumps down. And before he jumps in, he looks through the hole at home like one last time, and then jumps in. And I thought that was a really lovely little moment. Like before that, I really, really liked that. That was great. The music, the everything in that moment before he like steps into the Spider-Verse for the first time was quite spectacular.
Man, I have to take this moment to mention this show. I've mentioned it multiple times before. It is an underrated show, and I really hope that if anyone gets a chance to get it from a friend, please do. It is called Parallels. Okay. If I'm not wrong, Parallels was the name, or Portals. No, I think it was Parallels. Basically, it is a very, very, very old show. These group of students, they create a wormhole in the basement, and they jump into the wormhole, and every episode they are in a brand new universe trying to find their way back home. Basically, the machine can't take them home. It can just take them to a new universe. That was the plot of the show. Every episode there's a new universe. Like one episode where Germany won the war, so they are in an earth where Germany.
Hey, are you talking about Sliders?
Is it called Sliders? If it's called Sliders, then that is the show. I made a mistake. Wait.
Parallels is some Disney movie.
No. Yes, Sliders. My bad.
Sliders
Guys,
is great, dude.
okay, why am I
Sliders
telling
is
you
great.
this? Okay, why am I telling you this? Okay, Sliders. Oh my god, it's there on Hotstar. If Sliders is there on Hotstar,
Sliders is there.
There is an episode that has always stood with me because it's one of the episodes that really made me go, fuck, I love this show so much. So every universe you're jumping, you're doing makeshift universes. It's a very across the Spider-Verse sort of this thing. And what you said exactly has happened in Sliders, wherein they go to this universe. It seems exactly like home. It is home, okay? And he's like, you know what? We don't have time before the next jump. We need to make sure that this is my house, okay? Let's just quickly do this. My gate always squeaks when I open and shut it. So if it squeaks, I know I'm home. They open and shut the gate doesn't squeak. He's like, I guess we are not home. And he looks around exactly like Miles, right? He just looks at the world one last time. They go into the portal. Portal shuts. The house door opens. The mother comes with the guy who has fixed the gate, and she like, thank you. Hopefully one day he'll see it. And I'm like, oh, shit, so good. So good.
Oh, dude, if something like that happens in Beyond the Spider-Verse,
Oh man, and that's what I'm saying. If something like this happens where you're back and yet you're not, like that's why the ending, oh my god, the ending of one minute, I'll just put it. The ending, yeah, it's not a spoiler. It's just one episode. Please, all the other episodes are very fun. Okay, if they incorporate something like this in Spider-Verse, if they incorporate like the ending of Across the Spider-Verse with this, oh my god, what a ending to the movie. Like, even though the kids predicted it, when I see him almost get punched, and you're like, ye ho paega, then you hear the music, and you're like, no.
But also, it'll be absolutely fine because Miles had a good teacher who taught him that it's not about what the mouth, it's about what's in the
Watch the
hands.
hands. Watch the
Miles is
hands.
in the exact same position that Peter B was in at the start of the first movie.
Yeah.
And so Miles is not at all worried.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
knows exactly what to do in this situation.
But it's so cool. He's there with his alter part. Gwen is forming a band. Miguel is in one other area. It's like you're like, बस दे दो अभी, खत्म कर दो ये, खत्म. Give me that explosion of feelings, emotions, and just moments that make me go, what the fuck am I in for?
It's just, I can't wait.
When-
I hope I do have to wait because I hope they give. It's supposed to come out in a year, but the animators have said realistically that's not going to give you a good movie. So I hope that that's something that they figure out.
How do you think they're going to fill up another 2 hours? Because right now it seems so climatic the way it's set up, right? Like
Pure climax. They'll have to get a goober, obviously. There'll be some sort of goober that will make things
Yeah.
right. So the making of the goober will definitely take up. Also, just that conflict of, I'm guessing Miles will learn what a world without Spider-Man looks like. And all of those things. And I guess he'll have to, in some way, create a Spider-Man
in that
or
universe.
in that universe, one way or another, or something like that. So, yeah.
You think Spot will be the thing that they use to like travel between multiverses, and there's like this open passageway opens up and Spot becomes their key instead of the watch? They all start traveling across using that.
I think that's very weird,
Maybe.
traveling across a dude's
I am going
body.
into this hole today. Out the hole near your armpit today.
Also, wasn't 2099's entire problem that his homeworld was gone? Isn't he a Spider-Man in search of a new homeworld? Like,
And-
technically,
Yeah.
why doesn't he just take over the one that doesn't have a Spider-Man currently because Miles?
He doesn't want
has-
homeworld. He wants his daughter. Very big difference. Very big difference. उसको घर नहीं चाहिए, उसको बच्चे चाहिए. That's what I'm saying. No, sounds very wrong when I said that, but he needs his daughter. That's what he's looking for. Otherwise, he would have shifted to any other world. No, it doesn't matter. Family is
Now he just
family.
wants to make sure that no world collapses. He's like taking it upon himself to be the one-man cop thing system.
Yeah, I don't think he understands the collapse system as well as he thinks he does. I'm sure there's an out, and I'm sure there's a goober that can do it.
Correct. It's gonna be something like that. But talking of like the ending, right? Okay, I'm sorry. This is a horrible diversion. Apologize in advance. But the way this movie ended, there was another movie this year that ended the same way.
Yes.
Fast 10.
Fast 10. Yes.
It's all about family. Again,
All.
it's all about family.
It is. There are so many universes colliding
Dude,
in aspects too.
Fast 10 is amazing. Okay.
Ron, I
It
saw your
is
story and I
the-
just wanted to ask you what the fuck.
It's
Bro.
great, dude. Fuck,
Bro,
What the fuck?
okay, it is the only movie I can say I've gone and I've seen 4 movies for the price of one. Okay. There's one movie, Vin Diesel is in it. There's one other movie, John Cena and one kid are in it. Okay. There's one third movie that Michelle Rodriguez and Charlize Theron in. That movie is okay. There's a fourth movie that has
Jason
Tyrese,
Momoa.
Jason Momoa. Jason Momoa is also on 4th movie.
And
That's
his
the
own
5th
movie. Yeah.
That has Tyrese,
Ethan.
Missandei,
And
sorry,
Ludacris.
and Ludacris.
Ludacris.
Okay? They are in their movie. So all in all, bro, just pick up, choose your own adventure. Literally, invest in all or none or one of those characters if you want, and just enjoy. Okay,
Like-
bro. In fact, I'll go so far as to say the last scene of the movie starts a whole new universe also. In fact, like, brother, you don't know.
The
Okay?
dams explode.
I think that is the
Bro.
Spider-Verse. That the fast verse.
No, the dam exploded. But when that submarine came out of the ice, boss man, without saying anything further of what happens when the submarine comes out, I started applauding. I was like, no one cares. Anything is possible. Death is an illusion. Time is a lie. All that matters is family. Family can make anything possible against all laws of physics. No problem.
But I never ever have judged fastest the physics problem. I've never
Bro,
judged it.
I'm
never.
sorry. The villains of this movie are Aquaman and Jack Reacher, okay? And I mean the good Amazon Jack Reacher.
Yeah.
Not like the
Tom.
4.5
Not Tom.
Cruise
Yeah.
guy. The two, dude, what else is there? It's too good, alright? It's amazing. It's amazing. It's too good. I never thought.
while we are cramming in like a lot of these geeky moments right now, one more to add to the list. Um, you know when Transformers ka movie, the new one, Rise of the Beasts,
Huh.
was releasing, a lot of theories and Fast X releasing around like a month before that. People were like, "Fuck, Fast X, space is done now. What he's probably gonna go like challenge Optimus Prime or some shit and make it about family." There were memes. Have you guys seen Transformers movie?
No.
Okay, in the end, something does collide in the Transformers universe, and you don't see it coming. The movie's average. The movie's okay. It's a Transformers movie. You can see the action for a change, but in the end, the last 10 seconds, there is a universe merge which just seems so obvious, but it hasn't happened yet on movies at least. I don't know. Should I say it?
I don't know. Is there a franchise about petrol pumps that I've not checked? Like, I'm trying to
No,
figure out.
if it is a Fast and the Furious
No. I mean,
or
Is
a
it
Need for
Centurions?
Speed, like
Like-
Optimus Prime has no
Is it
sort of his
RoboCop?
ass or something
no,
like that.
close.
Is it Mask?
Close to RoboCop somewhere.
Close to
in
RoboCop.
some way.
Aliens.
Is it SWAT Cats?
Close again, but not very. Like,
Power Rangers?
Centurions.
no. How do? Can I say it, or do you want to keep guessing? Okay, 5 guesses each, and then I reveal it. Fuck it. If you-
Just say it. I don't think anyone over
Just
here
say it, it's
yeah,
fine.
gonna be like that.
It's
This
fine.
thing-
I'm
G.I.
not
Joe.
going to go watch a
G.I.
trans.
Joe.
What?
Shah.
G.I.
G.I.
Joe.
Transformers.
That's amazing.
Who from the original G.I. Joe movies, or it's a brand new G.I. Joe character, or
They just reveal that an organization has been watching this guy save the earth with the Transformers. They know everything. They should
Cobra.
come join him and all. They should come join him. And in the end, he gives them a card. We've taken care of your brother's illness, etc. His medical expenses we've taken care of. We need people like you. Come join us. And then you see this whole secret facility open up behind this office. And then he flips the card and he shows it to you, and it's a G.I. Joe card. And I'm just like, Bencho.
I never thought I'd lose my shit over a Transformers movie of all things.
Like, just for that.
जी यार कुछ भी हो रहा है कुछ भी हो रहा है यार मतलब हद होनी चाहिए थोड़ी बहुत like we should be little afraid of God मतलब like
Apparently,
it's just
there's been a crossover between G.I. Joe and Transformers in the past in comics or cartoons. Apparently, we
Oh
don't
my
know how
God.
well or bad that was,
okay,
but
that's it.
I mean, they belong to
I'm
Hasbro.
calling
Oh my
calling
God.
HBO. I'm calling HBO right now for Nathan Drake to be in season 2 of Last of Us because both are Naughty Dog properties. So really looking forward.
Oh God.
My mind is blown. My mind is blown. This as Ginny said. I was gonna say that, right? Barbie should come and Oppenheimer. That
Yes.
has to be the
Yeah,
like-
really. That's
How
all
the
that's
bomb
left.
should fall on Barbie Land.
Like,
Oh man. Oh man.
But did you guys see the trailer of Barbie, the second trailer?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, in the
Yeah.
part where she comes into the real world and Will Ferrell's the CEO of
Oh
Mattel.
yeah. That I saw.
Again, another stupid ass feeling. Like I was like, why did you reveal that in the trailer? Because Lego movie, the first one,
Same
when
thing.
they
Yeah.
turned
Yes.
out to be a whole fucking toy thing, and Will Ferrell's the one who's trying to crazy glue everything, and
Correct.
kid just wants to play and make Lego. Like, why did they have to show us that Barbie doesn't happen in Barbie Land? Why couldn't it just be an illusion that could be?
I mean, it's trailers
Trailers
have to
give us
entice
too
people,
much,
no?
yaar.
It has to entice people, and the most enticing thing is
Trailers
someone
show
coming out of
everything,
real
bro.
world. Even SpongeBob ka movie was the same thing, right? You come out of the real world, you're in
Trailers
shock.
show everything.
Too much, and
So yeah,
just
let's come back to Spider-Man. Otherwise, we'll go into a very different universe altogether. I feel a movie that had a great trailer that didn't show anything and yet did a great job across the Spider-Verse. Oh, tied it all back in. But genuinely, I would want to watch this again and again, and I would love to see if there is an
100%.
extended cut. My God, take my money, take it.
a cut which
How much longer than 2.5 hours?
सब कुछ दे दो
Like-
मुझे, all behind the scenes. I want to see everything. I want to know more, you know, about.
Do you think they'll start the movie at exactly the scene they left it at?
Who knows?
Because, like, have you seen the Human Centipede trilogy? I'll tell
Okay,
you.
one second. Just because we're talking about Spider-Man doesn't we talk about all animal, human movies. Like they're not allowed here.
That
That's
is
not how it
called
works. We're not
Across
going to
the
discuss them.
Intestine. Very different movie
Yeah,
altogether.
just across the innerverse.
Okay, so the Human Centipede, every movie that ends, the next movie starts from exactly that scene. And it could be someone watching a video of
Yeah,
that,
no, no.
but not directly connected.
Get it, but no.
All I'll say is that I hope that in general, when making the third movie, they don't take any notes from the Human Centipede.
Yeah.
It's just my. I don't know so much about filmmaking, but itna I would feel like would be nice if they weren't taking all their cues. There are other movies, is all I'll say.
Oh man.
Shut up at this.
No. Please do.
No,
Please
no,
do.
guys.
It's just a very.
Yeah,
It's a very
we
like.
just don't want to spoil the Human Centipede for people. Like
Yeah.
I said, guys, also watch the Human Centipede. It's
Please
a really
watch it
cute
if you
animated
haven't.
film.
Please watch
It's a really
it.
cute animated film about the importance of family and how it really matters. That it's basically what Hum Saath Saath Hai should have been,
Yeah.
and I think everybody should watch it.
Yeah, and it's traveling through portals and it's got everything that you would need from a multiverse.
Yeah, and the third one actually acknowledges the movie. It's very meta, the third version of
Guys,
Yeah,
watch it.
yeah.
Please
Yeah,
watch
yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Please watch. Okay, Spiderverse. Finishing thoughts. Anything that we've not missed out. Anything you want to discuss? We've covered every character. We've covered most of the scenes. We've covered the art, the music. Just, I mean, there's
Just one little
nothing that
thing,
you
which
can
is
say.
the beginning and the ending of the movie. One is the beginning, just the fact that they established right from the start with Gwen playing the drums. She goes into this very sort of jazzy, freestyle rocky
Yeah.
type thing, which doesn't have any definite sort of structure at first. And I think that's a great sort of layout for telling you what this movie is going to be in many ways. This is not the same story you're used to. This is that whole sort of I'm a do my own thing story, because it's literally this band going, you don't belong here, and her saying, fuck this, I'll go for my own band. The I'm a do my own thing, the whole sort of jazzy, flowy thing really for me represents the structure of the film. I thought that was another beautiful touch, and that's why I think that this film is just
Yes, yes. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm.
I just say, I say this. I'm glad I've seen it. I'm glad I've
Nice.
witnessed something like this. I'm glad that I have witnessed not only like I can actually call this a work of art. It is art,
yeah.
right? I've seen.
And I'm so thrilled. This and the first movie are two films that I'm so thrilled that I've been around to be around at the release time of. It's not something that I caught up with
Yeah.
in later years. It's not something like even the first film, I had no idea what to expect. The buzz around it was really low. I just went in, ended up seeing what at that up until that point had been like the best Spider-Man film of my life. And then to sort of come back again and watch it day one before anybody had a chance to spoil anything, see anything, and just sort of witness it has been one of the great cinematic delights of my life.
I'm telling you, no matter what, like, no matter how badass a superhero movie wants to be, no matter how much effort they put in a set piece, how much effort they put in action, in just nothing will ever, and I'm giving it across the board, nothing will ever beat the sequence of that song Can't Stop Me Now and Miles falling off the building in the Leap of Faith sequence. Him going upside down, the city up, tuck, 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 comic book
What up,
frames.
Danger?
Tang.
That frame.
Oh, I'm getting goosebumps right now
I'm
just
out here.
thinking
I want
about it,
more.
dude.
I'll be at your door. What up, Danger?
What a great! I would say if anybody has not seen these movies, I really do not know what you guys are doing with your time. I would recommend you please watch Across and Into. Like I think Rohan had put up a story also of someone who hadn't seen it, and it just
Yeah, one of my friends hadn't seen it, and he sat down, and it's my favorite thing to do. It might be annoying to some people, but I was just like, have a seat.
Have a seat.
And allow me. Have a seat. Literally, just have a seat. And he's like, but haven't you seen it? And I was just like,
Yes.
like, and it's great because it's like just crank up the home theater, turn out the color,
In
and
the light.
just let it flow and let it flow. And in the key scenes, just sort of side eye, just sort of watch their face, like go slack jawed, and just be like,
What the fuck?
yeah, this is what
it's
you
a
call it.
delight. It's a delight to be able to do that to somebody and to be able to gift somebody that little thing in that moment of, hey, come, you also have your head blown the first time Miles falls up into the city. And you know,
One question, okay, I've never spoken to you guys about this, but I mean, I agree. This is like the safe answer of the best Spider-Man movie is one of these two. But No Way Home came at a time when the world needed some joy, and it had a lot of like theories and a lot of guessing games going on. Didn't that movie blow your mind as much as this, or less? Or
no,
See, the thing with
less.
No Way Home is that it is not something new. It is not something new that can blow your mind. It's not something you've never seen before, right? With every movie, there is something that you've seen before. So, Into the Spider-Verse broke animation completely,
Mhm.
right? If you've seen how the new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles animation sequences
You can
also are
make
there, they are
same.
it's
Like we
never
had
been
reached
animated
this
like
place
that,
where Pixar had just become
and
the
that's it.
standard for what
Yeah,
a 3D animated film is supposed to look like. And also, I feel like just in retrospect, now that it's been a year, I feel like No Way Home leaned a little harder into the fan service in a shallower way
Of course.
versus this sort of, I think, engages in a much deeper way, like with what it means to be Spider-Man. Like, with having multiple Spider-Men together, I think it really just sort of interrogates that idea of what makes a Spider-Man in a slightly deeper and more interesting. And this is to take nothing away from No Way Home. I
Hmm.
love No Way Home.
I've cried
Very
during it,
entertaining
bro.
film.
I've cried,
Cried
so I
during
get
it,
it.
100%. Enjoyed the shit out of it. Some great moments, but I think of the two, for me, this one is this thing. But this again is to say that I think that the Tom Holland Peter College trilogy is also a great trilogy of movies. I think it's a really, literally, I think that sort of high school Peter, this thing does really, really well. But yeah, different these things
स्पाइडरमैन
for me.
लेट्स जस्ट पुट इट दिस वे नो स्पाइडरमैन फैन और क्या सोचने का क्या अच्छा लगा नहीं अच्छा लगा
Yeah,
किसको पता है आई एम नॉट गोइंग डीप इनटू डिटेल्स आई एम लाइक डूड स्पाइडी इज देयर ना इफ आई एम गेटिंग मोर स्पाइडी आई एम नॉट कंप्लेनिंग एट ऑल गिव मी एज मेनी
Yeah.
स्पाइडीज एज यू वांट 250 स्पाइडीज ओके कूल डूड आई एम
And
योurs आई एम योurs ओके वन सेकंड आई एम जस्ट कमिंग वन सेकंड हां
huh. And that
like
moment,
I feel like, huh.
the Miguel acknowledging No Way Home in Across the Spider-Verse was just too much. When Miguel says like
That
that,
was great, right? Like, yeah, like
that was
little
too
shit and
awesome.
Doctor Strange. That was too good. Don't even get me started on that.
But when we saw it
And
together,
wait, didn't he call it 1999? Like, didn't he call
he
it
called it a different.
19999?
He called
He
it a
called
different
it.
Earth. It's not the same
No,
Earth.
because that's also basically what Iman Velani has joked. The Miss Marvel universe is
Hmm.
basically. She's like, she keeps
Yeah.
telling Kevin that it's not 616, it's 1999999 or something like that.
And Kevin's been like, no, it's this one. But
No,
yeah,
it's this
I mean,
one.
so okay,
but,
I think we've discussed everything about Spider-Man.
we could go on all
If
the
there
way.
is anything else, you can add it. But I think we've discussed everything. Do you guys have any like closing thoughts? Anything you want to talk about?
No, I just enjoyed it. I think it's a tremendous way of doing this kind of storytelling at this particular moment in our culture. I think what you said about the fact that it literally sort of broke open what is possible with an animated movie and what is possible to do with animation in comic book story. I actually think maybe going forward in future, I might want to see more animated comic book movies than live action comic book movies.
Hmm.
In fact, I feel like if you're going to fully explore what is possible in a comic book story, I actually think that the animated medium can go further. Like, I'd be okay if I also think that it's possible, depending on how the third movie goes, that this could be that sort of end game Infinity War point, but for multiversal storytelling, where everybody's just like, guys, okay, enough. All right, like we've had a lot of multiverse. We've been listening to this multiverse word across, and it's becoming a problem now. It's going to become the next great fatigue problem to solve. And this is going to be true whether it's for the YRF Spyverse or whether it's for the GI Joe Transformer verse. No. I mean it, right? This is going to become a problem at some point, right? Where essentially the main problem with franchise and multiversal fatigue is that no movie is just a movie anymore. It's
Yeah.
a fucking vehicle for 50 other movies, which I think is breaking storytelling on a fundamental level. And these movies, in spite of being called verse, multiverse, etc., are fantastic movies in their own right.
Yeah.
And I really hope, in a way, that this is a defining trilogy of that multiversal era, and then we just sort of move away from it.
Yeah.
I hope that
Oh, yeah,
whatever
yeah,
the new
that way
DC
type.
slate is, all of that is, I hope they're very much individual characters that first live and breathe in their own stories before he decides that they want to cross pollinate. And yeah, that's about it.
Hmm.
I have just movie dekh lo yaar. I'm happy. Let's just put it. I'm just like dekh lo. I don't have anything else to say.
Just like Ron, you spoke about the animated movies thing, right? Like DC's been doing a wonderful fucking job in animated movies for the last like.
No, 100%. But those are direct-to-video ones,
Yeah,
right?
like
I'm
why
talking
aren't they
about theatrical
releasing
animation.
Why aren't they releasing it theatrically? They are
Because
wonderful.
Like,
I don't
movies.
think
that's
they
what I'm
have
saying.
faith in themselves. It's as simple as that. No one's
That's a-
taken
Which
the.
in a way made the fact that DC movies were struggling so much even worse, because I'm like, you guys have like Bruce Timm and everybody sitting down the fucking hall, right? How is this so hard when you've been pulling out? And weirdly enough, they seem to have the opposite problem in the animated universe. They tell great Justice League stories. The Batman solo movies are rubbish.
They're
Like
just
by
comic
and
book
large, since
affairs.
other than under the Red Hood, like I think
The
the
Dark
bad
Knight
like
Rises.
man,
The Dark Knight Rises
I thought it was
nice.
okay.
It was
I thought it
okay.
was
It
okay.
was a
I
comic
thought
book movie.
the long Halloween was terrible. Like the long Halloween was just boring. Red Sun, they did a decent job. Red Sun is decent.
Red
They've
Sun
done the
was
Red Sun
nice.
I
animated
The
still
series.
think
Superman one.
Flashpoint Paradox
Red
is the
Sun was
best
pretty good.
animated movie. That's
Flashpoint
it.
Paradox
Finish.
again
Nothing
is
more.
just straight up
That's
like
nothing.
the
It's top.
high point of that universe.
That's DC.
also.
That's the high point. Yeah, you're right. That's the high point of DC. Nothing more than that.
And I mean, we've spoken enough about Spider-Verse and all, and Ronnie spoke about how every movie is a fucking franchise at this point of time, or a multiverse, right? Just one recommendation to everyone watching this: watch this movie called Guy Ritchie's The Covenant.
I just checked it out. Yeah. Okay. What about
Don't
it?
see the trailer; just fucking watch the movie. It's a standalone movie, and it feels good, and it's not typical Guy Ritchie.
Okay.
That's
Understood.
Don't watch the trailer; just watch the movie.
Okay.
It's sweet.
Okay, cool.
Okay. Done. I'll check it out.
Okay, moving away. I'm done.
No, that's it. Just that's it. Thought I'll wrap up the stream. Do you have any announcements to give, Zerxes?
That's a spot. You didn't brief me on this. No announcements. Like guys, just like have fun.
Follow
I'm-
Zerxes on Instagram. Zerxes,
Have
what's
fun,
your
follow
Instagram
Xerxes,
ID?
yes.
Yeah, I'm not XERXES. A lot of you are commenting. I'm ZERXES. So you might find me.
Different universe. Ooh, look at me. I'm so.
But we
Yeah.
both have the same chairs.
I know. There's even Rohan has the same chair that if he was at home, it would have been. But
If I were at home,
Yes,
yeah, I
right.
would have been.
Rohan,
Right
any
now, I'm on my
announcements?
friend. Yes, on the 8th of July, I will be at the That Comedy Club lineup show that's happening, I think, at Rang Mandir. I'm going to say Rang Mandir. I think Rang Mandir. I will get back to you. But there's a show in Mumbai. It's a great lineup show. There's
Yeah.
a bunch of really good comics all going up. That's on the 8th of July. So tickets for that are available online. If you just Google lineup show, Rohan Joshi. I will also put the link up in my stories. Tickets are on sale. That's happening. There's another show with a different lineup that's happening on the 1st of July.
Yeah.
I'm not on that. There's another show that's also, I think, happening on the 15th of July with another lineup. But yeah, those are all shows that are happening. Other than that, no, that's pretty much the only major. Also, actually, no, I'll have an announcement
Okay.
to you guys on something else next time. Next time.
Ooh.
Small. Nothing
Acha.
major, like, but fun one. Fun
Theek
one
hai.
for people living in Mumbai.
If these are the announcements you're doing. I have one, right?
Yes.
Like
Yeah.
I'm performing live on the 1st of July.
Ooh.
Hosting. No, I'm not. I'm not
Acha.
doing comedy. I thought.
Okay.
I'm hosting Red Bull Dance Your Style India Finals in Delhi. So if you guys are in Delhi,
Sick.
please come cheer because you guys decide who wins and goes
Yeah.
to Germany.
Send me the
What
links.
announcements
I'll
did you
post
think
them.
we were doing if not this kind of announcement? Like, what do you mean?
Yeah.
Like, oh,
Call me
I
shy.
follow
Call
me,
we are
like
having
me.
check.
Yeah.
Call me shy. Call me new to this YouTube
fair.
thing.
Yeah,
Fair.
you tell people to come.
Fair. I'll send me the link. I'll post the
Go
links
see
to both
Zerxes
of
in
these.
Delhi.
Please go.
Yes.
On the 1st of July, right?
Yeah,
I will,
Chhatarpur.
I will post the link. Please go. I don't have any major announcement. I just have to give a big shout out to Pratham Nagpal. He's been in the chat as well. Pratham met me at my show in Delhi, and Rohan, I've got a copy for you as well. He has given a Binge-O-Clock magazine that he has made.
Are you serious?
Yeah,
That looks crazy.
Yeah, I have to hand you this thing, but he said he is a huge fan and he actually.
Pratham, thank you.
He's made like with the last, like, it's if there are pages, there are articles, there is an ad also. I mean the
damn.
commitment to have an ad. There are different articles, and then there is a center page about us. And
That
Pratham,
is
buddy,
the Coolest
you
thing,
are,
buddy.
Forget of the month. I'm saying it here on the stream. You're the Mafatlal of all time. Okay, you
Oh
are
my
the
God.
Mafatlal of all time. Thank you
Wow,
so
thank you,
much
man.
of this. And I'll definitely, when I do meet Rohan, I'll hand over his copy to him.
That's
But
amazing. Yes, I'm back next week. Please keep it safely.
thank you. And to everybody who watches this, thank you so much. Genuinely,
Yeah.
like, people keep messaging us saying love watching it, you guys, love watching this, and to know that there are people out there who are just enjoying this with us, and let alone just doing stuff like this, it fills us with a lot of joy. So that's, I don't have an anna. I just want to say thank you. That's it. Thanks.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
Mafalal.
you, guys.
Mafalal of all time, Moat. Hilarious. Yes, Newt. He is
Moat.
Moat. Congrats,
Nice.
Prafat.
Moat.
Pratham, you are the Moat. And Mota Bhai. And yeah, that's it. Thank you so much for watching Binge-O-Clock. This is Binge-O-Clock. We'll be back with another episode hopefully soon. Hopefully soon. There's a lot to
Hopefully.
discuss. So we'll see you
Much,
soon.
much. You all finish playing Jedi Survivor and then we'll do one more.
Chalo, we'll do that
Done.
also. Done. Okay, bye.
Done.
Thank you,
Okay,
Zerxes.
okay,
Bye.
bye.
Thank you for having me.
Bye.
Bye. This felt like therapy. It was like pop culture outlet in venting. I don't have anyone to talk to. Like Sasha has to listen to me go on about this, and she's like, "Bas na yaar."
Brother, you